Have you ever wondered why so many elderly people don't live past the age of 75? What if you could unlock the secrets to not just adding years to your life, but life to your years? Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into the essential habits and strategies that can help you live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives as you age. From practical tips on maintaining your physical health and planning your finances to fostering meaningful relationships and creating a safe living environment, we've got you covered. Whether you're approaching your golden years or looking to support a loved one, this video is packed with valuable insights that you won't want to miss. Stay with us until the end to discover actionable steps that can transform your later years into the most vibrant and joyful chapter of your life. Let's take control of our destiny together and embrace a future filled with health, happiness, and lasting memories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our life-enhancing tips. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Don't let fate decide your life. Life is unpredictable, and there are indeed aspects of our existence that lie beyond our control. Yet, there is a powerful truth that we often forget in the face of uncertainty. We still have the power to shape our lives. The years we have left are not destined to unfold in some preordained way. We get to choose. It's easy to slip into the mindset that things are simply happening to us, that we are just passengers on the train of life. But the reality is far different. There's an old saying that resonates deeply. 1/3 is fate, and 2/3 is your effort. This phrase is a poignant reminder that, while we may not control everything, the vast majority of our future is determined by the choices we make, the effort we put in, and the direction we choose to take. As we grow older, it's natural to seek comfort in forecasts, predictions, and reassurances about what lies ahead. But there's something profoundly disempowering in letting external voices dictate our future. So many people fall into the trap of waiting for life to happen to them, of resigning themselves to the whims of fate. But what if we chose to take back that control? What if we refused to let fear or complacency hold us back from fully living? We can take the reins. Instead of passively accepting the years that come, we can actively shape them. Life can be a canvas waiting for our brushstrokes. A positive, proactive approach to life, particularly in our later years, does more than just add time to our days. It adds quality. An active lifestyle, where we make conscious choices for our health and well-being, has the power to transform not only our physical bodies but also our spirits. It's not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Every small choice matters. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for illness or problems to surface before we take action. But the truth is, waiting is the enemy of well-being. Why wait until the damage is done? Take charge of your life now. Embrace healthier eating habits, find time for regular physical activity, and maintain an optimistic outlook, no matter the challenges. These seemingly simple actions have the profound power to not only extend your life, but to make each day meaningful. As we build positive relationships and surround ourselves with people who uplift and support us, we nurture not only our health but our heart. Life is about connection, joy, and purpose. And by making these small, thoughtful choices, we not only preserve our bodies but also keep our spirits vibrant, engaged, and truly alive. Don't let fate choose the course of your life. You are the author of your story, and the chapters ahead are waiting for you to write them. 2. Be careful with harmful health habits. As we age, we are confronted with a stark reality. Our bodies are no longer the same. They don't bend, stretch, or respond with the same ease and agility they once did. I often find myself reminiscing about the days when I could jump, run, and climb without a second thought, feeling invincible. But those days, so carefree, so full of energy, seem like a distant memory now. In the years between 65 and 75, our bodies undergo changes that we can no longer ignore. We can no longer take for granted the simple act of moving quickly or climbing a set of stairs without a moment of hesitation. It's as though our once unshakable confidence in our physical abilities has been replaced by a quiet, lingering sense of caution. The truth is that a simple fall can be life-altering, and the consequences can be far-reaching. What might have been a harmless tumble in our younger years can now result in permanent injuries that not only affect our mobility but also compromise our ability to care for ourselves. It's painful to accept, but as we get older, our bodies are less forgiving, and even the most basic movements can become fraught with risk. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. That's why creating a safe living space is no longer just a suggestion. It's a necessity. It's heartbreaking to think about how something as simple as a rug or a loose cord could lead to a serious fall. We can't afford to be careless anymore. We need to ensure our homes are not only comfortable but also secure. Clear away any clutter that could create hidden dangers. Put handrails on stairs, install non-slip mats in bathrooms, and consider anything else that might help keep us steady. These small changes, though they may seem minor, are vital in preserving our independence and our dignity. By prioritizing safety, we're not just protecting ourselves from harm. We're also investing in our well-being, ensuring that we can continue to live with a sense of freedom and confidence. At the same time, it's crucial to recognize that our bodies demand more care and attention than they once did. There's no shame in acknowledging that we can't keep going at the same pace we used to. Fatigue, stress, and exhaustion aren't just passing feelings anymore. They are signals our bodies send when we've pushed ourselves too far. I've learned, often the hard way, that it's okay to take a step back, slow down, and permit yourself to rest. It's not only okay, it's necessary. We often think of caring for our health as being all about eating right or exercising, but there's something just as important that we can't afford to overlook: listening to our bodies. If we don't, the toll on our physical and emotional well-being can be overwhelming. So, let's not take our health for granted. Let's honor it by embracing the changes that come with age and taking the steps necessary to protect what matters most: our bodies, our independence, and our quality of life. And remember, it's okay to pause. It's okay to rest. Taking care of ourselves is an act of love, not just for our bodies, but for our future selves. 3. Plan your finances for retirement. As we grow older, one of the most critical steps toward achieving peace and fulfillment in our later years is the preparation of our finances. It's easy to take our financial stability for granted when we're younger. Life feels endless, and the future often seems so far away. But as we approach the age range of 65 to 75, the reality of our situation can hit us hard. Our once reliable income may begin to dwindle, and suddenly, we're faced with the daunting task of ensuring that we can sustain ourselves without the same financial security we once enjoyed. This is when we realize how vitally important it is to have laid the groundwork early on. Without a solid financial foundation, the fears of unforeseen medical bills, the rising cost of healthcare, medications, and even day-to-day living expenses can become overwhelming. They weigh on us, sometimes in ways we never imagined. What might seem like a small issue in the present could, over time, compound into something that consumes our peace of mind. I know the thought of facing these challenges alone, without the means to handle them, can be paralyzing. It's not just about us anymore. Our lack of preparation can also create an emotional and financial burden for our families. I've seen firsthand how that kind of stress affects everyone involved. But here's the good news. There is still time to change the course of our future. If we take the steps now to create a long-term savings or investment plan, we can build a financial safety net that ensures we can live out our years in relative comfort and independence. We can avoid the heartache of relying on our children or relatives for support, sparing them the worry and the stress that often accompanies caregiving responsibilities. There's something so freeing, so empowering, about knowing that we've done the hard work of securing our future and that we don't have to put the weight of our financial burdens on the shoulders of those we love. Imagine waking up each morning without the constant fear of running out of money, without the nagging worry of where your next dollar will come from. That's the kind of peace of mind we deserve. A stable income stream, or the knowledge that we have enough saved to meet our needs, allows us to enjoy life without those ever-present, overwhelming fears. It's not about being rich, it's about having the freedom to live the way we want, on our terms, without the looming threat of financial hardship. And that freedom, to me, is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves as we age. In the end, planning for our retirement is about more than just money. It's about giving ourselves the ability to live with dignity, confidence, and joy in the later years of our lives. That's what financial freedom offers. Peace, independence, and the comfort of knowing we can face whatever challenges come our way. 4. Know when to stop and take care of yourself. As we grow older, there's something deeply humbling, and often painful, about realizing that our bodies no longer bounce back the way they once did. It's as if we suddenly hit a wall that we didn't see coming, one that forces us to acknowledge our limitations. It's heartbreaking to watch ourselves slow down, to feel those familiar aches and pains creeping in, and to know that we can't keep up with the pace of our youth. But that's the truth of aging. Our bodies change, and with those changes comes a vital lesson in learning when to stop. One of the biggest mistakes I see, and perhaps one I've made myself, is pushing through the exhaustion, pretending that we can still do everything we used to. There's a tendency to forget that our bodies need more care, more rest, and more gentle consideration. We often try to ignore the subtle signs of wear and tear, those twinges of pain, the deep sense of fatigue, or the increasing difficulty of everyday tasks. And it's in those moments of denial, when we stubbornly continue to push ourselves beyond our limits, that we risk doing real damage to our health. The truth is, we cannot outrun our aging bodies. It is so important to listen to what your body is telling you. If you're tired, rest. If you're in pain, take a step back. We must stop romanticizing the idea of pushing through and start embracing the wisdom that comes with recognizing our physical boundaries. When we allow ourselves to rest, when we acknowledge that it's okay to take a break, we give our bodies the chance to heal and recharge. There is no shame in slowing down. There's a certain strength in being able to recognize when you need rest because it shows you have the self-awareness to prioritize your health over unnecessary pride or societal pressures to keep going at all costs. Of course, this doesn't mean we should abandon activity altogether. That would be equally damaging. It's about finding a balance, a rhythm that respects both your need for activity and your need for rest. Staying active as we age is crucial for maintaining not only physical health but mental well-being as well. But we must choose activities that align with our current abilities. Walking, gentle yoga, stretching, or light exercises, these can all be incredibly nourishing for our bodies, helping us maintain strength and flexibility without overburdening ourselves. The real lesson here, one that I think we all learn the hard way, is this. Taking care of yourself isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. As we enter our later years, the best thing we can do for ourselves is to honor our bodies and give them what they need. It's okay to stop. It's okay to rest. It's okay to listen to the whispers of your body before they turn into painful shouts. Because, in the end, taking care of yourself is the most loving thing you can do for your health, your well-being, and your future. 5. Allow yourself to enjoy life. As we grow older, there's an all-too-common tendency to tighten the purse strings and fall into the trap of worrying endlessly about money. We start to convince ourselves that we no longer deserve the small pleasures that once made us feel alive, whether it's a nice meal, a spontaneous trip, or even something as simple as buying that book we've been eyeing for weeks. And in doing so, we forget something profoundly important. Old age isn't a time for deprivation or austerity. It's a time to indulge in the fruits of a life well lived, to savor the beauty of what we've achieved, and to honor ourselves for the wisdom we've accumulated over the years. It's easy to get caught up in the notion that we must be frugal to ensure our security in the future. But what good is security if you've spent your whole life holding back from enjoying the simple, beautiful moments that life has to offer? The reality is that money and material things are fleeting. They won't accompany us when we leave this world. What stays with us, what truly enriches our soul, are the memories we've made and the love we've shared. These moments, whether big or small, are treasures that no amount of money can replace. So why not allow yourself to experience them fully? Whether it's sitting down to a cozy dinner with family, enjoying the serenity of a walk in nature, or taking a short trip to explore a new place, these moments of joy nourish more than just your body. They feed your spirit. They refresh your mind, boost your health, and most importantly, they remind you that life is about balance. Yes, manage your spending wisely, but don't let the fear of indulgence rob you of the joy that's rightfully yours. Life has given you so much. Don't hesitate to embrace the comfort and pleasure that come with living fully in your later years. After all, the real wealth we leave behind is not in our bank accounts, but in the richness of the experiences we've had and the love we've shared. 6. Maintain a familiar living space. As we grow older, there is an undeniable comfort in the familiar. One of the most important things for older adults is the sense of safety, stability, and continuity within their own home's home is not just a building, it is a sanctuary. It is a space imbued with memories, quiet routines, and the echoes of years lived. It's the place where you have laughed, cried, and celebrated countless moments. It's where your identity has been shaped and where you feel you can truly be yourself, free from the pressures of the outside world. For so many, it becomes a deeply personal part of their journey through life, a place that feels safe and deeply comforting. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But all too often, as we age, well-meaning family members or friends suggest that we sell our beloved home, move to a new place, or even move in with them. The intentions behind these suggestions are often rooted in love and concern, but the emotional impact of such a change can be profound. Leaving behind a home that has sheltered you for years can feel like losing a part of yourself. It's not just about the walls and the roof, it's about the life you've built there, the memories that have accumulated like treasures within every room. The thought of uprooting everything, of losing the familiar, can feel overwhelming, even terrifying. In my heart, I believe that if it is at all possible, holding on to the home you've grown attached to is one of the most important decisions you can make in your later years. It's not just about preserving a house, it's about preserving your dignity, your independence, and your sense of self. There is immense comfort in knowing that you have a space where you can rest, relax, and continue to live life on your terms. If you can maintain the home that has been your haven, it will give you the confidence to navigate this next chapter of life with peace of mind. Of course, it's also essential to make sure that the home remains a safe and comfortable place. It doesn't have to be a grand, expensive renovation to create a safer environment. It can be as simple as rearranging furniture to make sure you have space to move around freely or removing obstacles that could trip you. Adding safety features like handrails in the bathroom or on staircases might seem small, but they can have a huge impact on your daily life, helping you feel secure and in control. At the end of the day, maintaining a familiar living space is not just about convenience or comfort, it's about giving yourself the emotional strength to face the challenges of aging with confidence and peace. By holding on to the place where you've built your life, you hold on to your autonomy, your memories, and your sense of self. And that, I believe, is priceless. 7. Don't fall for marketing gimmicks. In today's world, it's all too easy to be swept away by the latest health trend or miracle product. Everywhere we turn, we're bombarded with advertisements claiming that a certain supplement, device, or treatment will transform our health, restore our youth, or add years to our lives. These promises sound so enticing, don't they? After all, who doesn't want to feel younger, healthier, and more vibrant as they age? But here's the painful truth. Many of these products are nothing more than clever marketing schemes designed to take advantage of our hopes and fears about getting older. It's heartbreaking how easily we can be manipulated by persuasive ads that play on our insecurities and desires. As we grow older, we become more vulnerable to these tactics, especially when it feels like time is slipping away from us. The fear of aging, of losing our vitality, makes us prone to searching for quick fixes. But we have to be honest with ourselves. How many times have we bought into something only to find out that it didn't live up to its promises? The reality is that these products, many of which claim to slow the aging process or treat our most pressing health issues, are often just a waste of money, if not downright harmful. We could end up spending hundreds, if not thousands, on pills or gadgets that offer little more than false hope, or worse, put our health at risk if used improperly. Instead of chasing these fleeting trends, it's important to remember what truly makes a difference in the long run. It's not some fancy supplement or high-tech device. It's the simple, time-tested habits that have always been the foundation of good health. A balanced, nutrient-rich diet, regular exercise, and consistent health checkups are the things that genuinely contribute to a long and fulfilling life. Yes, these things take effort, discipline, and patience. But in the end, they're the only miracle solutions that have stood the test of time. We need to remind ourselves that there are no shortcuts when it comes to health, no magic pill that will turn back the clock. So before you jump on the bandwagon of the next must-have product, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this really what I need? Is it truly backed by science and research, or am I just being seduced by a clever marketing strategy? Our time and money are precious, and it's worth investing in what works. Don't let the lure of quick fixes rob you of your hard-earned resources. Your health deserves so much more than that. 8. Maintain and foster emotional relationships. As we grow older, emotional relationships become the cornerstone of our well-being, providing us with the warmth and strength that carry us through the challenges of life. When our children begin their journeys and start families of their own, it's common to feel a sense of emptiness or loneliness. The house, once filled with their laughter and energy, might suddenly feel quieter, as though something vital is missing. It's in these moments, though, that we come to realize just how crucial our emotional connections are, especially with a spouse or close friends. These relationships become not just a source of comfort, but a wellspring of strength, helping us to face the inevitable challenges that come with aging. A strong and harmonious relationship with a partner, especially in later years, can be one of the greatest gifts life offers. There is something profoundly comforting about having someone by your side who understands you deeply, someone who shares your memories and has witnessed the journey you've traveled together. That connection, built over years of shared experiences, becomes more precious with time. It is easy to let small misunderstandings or petty disagreements grow into mountains of frustration, but it's important to remember that these fleeting moments are not worth allowing to disrupt the peace and joy that a loving, supportive relationship can bring. Patience, empathy, and forgiveness are the keys to keeping that bond strong and meaningful. It may seem like we're no longer the young, fiery versions of ourselves, but love, when nurtured, can blossom anew, deepening in richness and understanding as the years pass. The bond of mutual care and respect can be the anchor that keeps you grounded, providing a source of happiness that lasts throughout life's later chapters. At the same time, never underestimate the power of friendships. While old friends are irreplaceable and have been through the highs and lows of life with us, there is always room for new connections. Opening ourselves up to others, sharing our stories, and experiencing new perspectives can breathe new life into our hearts. It's easy to think that as we get older, our social circles should shrink, but the opposite is true. The simple act of socializing, whether through engaging in thoughtful conversations, joining a book club, or attending a community event, can help us stay engaged with the world around us. These interactions, no matter how small, can make us feel more alive, more connected, and more in tune with the world that we might otherwise feel distanced from. In this stage of life, the friendships we nurture can become our lifeline, offering support, joy, and companionship, helping us to stay vibrant and emotionally fulfilled. So, don't shy away from opening up to new people. Your heart is more capable of making meaningful connections than you might think. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Ultimately, Emotional relationships are what sustain us through the years. They give our lives depth and meaning, even when time seems to speed up. It's never too late to nurture these bonds, whether with a spouse, old friends, or new faces. As we age, the joy of knowing we are loved and supported by others can make all the difference, giving us a sense of peace and contentment that can see us through the golden years. 9. Don't rush to seek a new life. As we get older, it's natural to crave companionship, but there's a tendency among many older adults to rush headlong into seeking a new relationship, thinking that a fresh connection will somehow fix the loneliness or emptiness they feel. Yet, what we often fail to realize in the whirlwind of emotions is that aging doesn't necessarily require us to reinvent our entire lives or rush into something new. The idea of finding a new partner, perhaps even remarrying, can seem like the answer to a void in our hearts, but the reality can be far more complex, and the outcome isn't always the happiness we envision. While the notion of remarrying or starting a new relationship later in life can feel exciting and hopeful, it also carries its own set of emotional baggage and challenges. The joy of companionship can be overshadowed by the reality of conflict over habits, preferences, and, let's not forget, the often tricky terrain of financial matters. As we grow older, the weight of past experiences and personal history can make blending two lives into one much more difficult than we anticipate. The excitement of a fresh start can quickly give way to tension over unresolved issues or clashing routines. There are times when the very idea of bringing someone new into our world can feel like more of a burden than a blessing, especially when the comforts of familiar solitude are suddenly replaced with the stress of merging lives that have long been set in their ways. Instead of diving headfirst into a relationship that may or may not work out, perhaps the more fulfilling path is to focus on the relationships we already have. There is a deep, sometimes overlooked beauty in reconnecting with the people around us, whether it's reaching out to old friends, rekindling bonds with siblings, or investing more time in our children or other loved ones. These existing relationships, nurtured over time, can offer a sense of belonging, warmth, and shared history, without the emotional strain of starting over with someone new. Sometimes, the most profound connections aren't found in the excitement of a fresh romance, but in the quiet comfort of the people who have been with us through thick and thin. By nurturing these bonds, we can fill our lives with the richness and support we need, without having to dramatically change everything about who we are or what we've built. And in the process, we can find joy in the familiar, in the steady hands of those who truly know us, perhaps more deeply than anyone else ever could. As we reflect on the idea of seeking new relationships later in life, it's clear that there's much more to consider than just the desire for companionship. Sometimes, the key to happiness isn't in seeking something new, but in cherishing and nurturing the relationships we already have. Whether it's reconnecting with old friends, spending quality time with family, or simply appreciating the connections that bring us comfort, there's a deeper sense of fulfillment in these existing bonds. So, what have you learned so far from this video? What's one thing that resonated with you and that you can bring into practice in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share in the comments below. If this video has helped you in some way, don't forget to leave your comment, like, share, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let's continue this journey of growth and self-awareness together.